magic.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between our visitors and the Philadelphia Eagles. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game?
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Let's go. Alert! Alert!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a handoff as they run left side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught. Touchdown. Jahan Dotson, 43 yards. And the Aftershocks have struck first in this NFC title game. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. He gets this out to Spiller. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That good for 19 and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
First carry now for Isaiah Spiller. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 31, Tua. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage.
Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Down.
Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Second down and goal. Tua. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Right, 97. Red, yellow. Blaster, 6. On the ball.
Tua now, 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Waddle, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. They'll set up to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 19 He'll look to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando, and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. 2nd and 1. He finds Wilson. Touchdown! Garrett Wilson, 37 yards. And the Aftershocks have moved out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Room here to run. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Pushes him over. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. One more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3 and out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation. Pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
On second down, here's Barkley. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
52 blaster.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Clock, 10. Trouble, 38. You, yellow.
2 and now on 1st down. This will be caught at about the 5. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Ultra, go ultra.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Black shot. Green jacket.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Eagles have got it back to within a score. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the... And it's a fumble. And the Eagles have recovered. Well, the touchdown a minute ago, the offense got him back into it, and now the defense turns right around and forces the turnover.
And you and I both know if you're going to come from as far down as they have to, it's going to take both sides of the ball, maybe even the special teams, to get involved. And so far, they've done exactly that. Offense scores, defense does its job. They're making their move.
Ready?
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Barkley, inside handoff. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do and kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They need a touchdown to tie it. Of course, they know full well they won't have too many more possessions, if any, in this championship game. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. This pass hauled in by Dotson. So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 1 now. Now back to throw. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He has a man. It's complete to Wilson.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Quick slant, Dotson.
And he's got a 1st down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. He'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And now look at him go. The 40. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
Point after, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Let's go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. The Eagles are going to the Super Bowl as we sign off here and say goodnight, everybody.